We're speaking with Frank Gaffney about his new book, The Indictment. The indictment is primarily against China. But Frank and I have had some other conversations on how all of the things that we've worked on together, I've got a plan for victory over the global jihad movement, Putin's reset, warning order with China, and then, of course, the CCP is at war with America. We've worked on these together. Frank, are these all one great war put together?
I fear it is World War III, Kevin, and it's been, again, like the threats from the Chinese Communist Party that we spoke of before the break, underway for a long time. The first violent or kinetic phase of it, I guess you'd say, setting aside, sort of bloodletting by jihadis from time to time, was the invasion of Ukraine. That war, unfortunately, is going to be, I guess, a persistent problem for some time to come. But as that has been a preoccupation, particularly for the Biden administration, I would argue at least two other fronts, and maybe truly a global conflagration is now in prospect. The Pacific is clearly the area that the Chinese Communist Party is threatening most aggressively, and by that I mean not just Taiwan, or even just Taiwan and the Philippines and South Korea and Japan, but also Guam and possibly Hawaii. And who knows, the mainland of the United States itself may well be in their crosshairs as well. It certainly fits the warnings that we got in our book, The CCP is at War with America, Kevin. As you recall, back some 20 years ago now, the then defense minister of China told a secret conclave of party leaders that there's going to be a lot of talk about Taiwan, but the main enemy is the United States. So that's in the offing. And then I think at any day we could see things light off in the Middle East with the various threats that Israel is facing, many of them exacerbated by the Biden administration, I'm sorry to say, whether it's Iran or whether it's Hezbollah or Hamas or perhaps others in the Gulf region. You've got a world of hurt there, indeed internal to Israel even as well. So all of these things are now in play. And then there's this other problem, and I know you've focused on it, as have we, Kevin, and that is the fact that there is now worldwide, literally in some 147 countries around the world, something called the Belt and Road Initiative, that the Chinese are building out kind of a colonial infrastructure that enables, among other things, not only control of those nations, but power projection from them. Truly a global conflict is a distinct possibility.
Yeah, and then you throw the World Economic Forum and you throw central bank digital currencies, and then you watch the Saudis leaving our orbit and conducting oil transactions outside of dollars. You see Brazil and in our own hemisphere that they're dumping the dollar. You see in Kenya they're talking about dumping the dollar, in Malaysia. It is frightening, and it is what I called in my original Pentagon research phase 3. Before you invade America, you want to destroy the dollar, and I'm afraid that's going on right now.
Yeah. Well, and again, if you want to invade America, you want to take down the population. And that's where a possibly vastly more dangerous, deadly, transmissible virus could come in handy. And we have every reason to believe they have them in abundance in that secret biological warfare program that the Chinese are not allowed to have, but nonetheless have not only maintained and pursued aggressively, but actually gotten technology and even funding from the United States to do it.